Hello my friends, Greg Klaumanzer here, and in this video I want to talk about who manages the boss. That might be you. Who manages the boss? So I want to talk a little bit about management briefly. So a couple ways people get to management is, number one, they're an entrepreneur or they start their own business and so they are the boss. However, they may not have management skills and they may be really stressed out in growing the business. They may have a brilliant mind and have a really hard time conveying that to the people around them. So they're really impatient, they bark out their orders, they expect people to jump through hoops, and it's a real pressure cooker at work. People really don't like being there. There's often a very high turnover in this type of environment. So you want to really start looking at developing your management, coaching, and leadership skills, and a coach can certainly help you with that. However, if you're not an entrepreneur, how did you come to be the boss or the manager? So a lot of times what happens, people move through the ranks of an organization or a business and they become the boss or the manager because they had a really comprehensive and excellent understanding of the technical knowledge within the business or the organization. So because they had such a keen insight into the technical aspect, they really knew the ins and outs of the systems and the language and the products and the resources and maybe the vendors, but they knew things better than anybody else in the organization. Sometimes these are the technical people or your engineers. And so what happens is these people, because they have such a great knowledge of the business, they're moved into management. However, these people are often very analytical, very cerebral, and have very limited personal or communication and interpersonal skills and abilities. And so they're very impatient. They really don't know how to get their ideas across to the people around them, and they certainly could use some help in terms of their management style. The other type of person who becomes the boss or the manager is somebody who has excelled in the field of sales, perhaps in another organization or even within that organization. So typically it's within the company, the person's been their top salesperson, and the company promotes them to be the boss. So they've actually done two things at that point. Is they've taken their top revenue earner out of the workforce and put him as a manager. And secondly, what we know about top sales professionals is they're really, really good at what they do, but they often are limited in their ability to train and mentor and coach a team of people. And so the company often shoots themselves in the foot by taking their top revenue earner out and putting them into a management role. So what can be done about this? Well, start to invest and really look into managing and coaching people. One of the biggest things you can do if you fit any of these situations is really look at your stress triggers, like what stresses you out, and then look at what are you really good at, and focus on that, and really start looking at your communication skills. And I know this is strange, probably for another video, but the best bosses and the best leaders are the ones that have the capacity to empathize. Okay, so there's all kinds of skills that go along with that, but being able to be there with the people around you in their challenges and their frustrations and asking them, how can I support you, or what is your biggest challenge or frustration, and how can I support you, or what kind of support or resources do we need to get for you. So anyways, I really want to just kind of speak to the manager and the boss that is out there barking orders. It doesn't work. If you're frustrated and you have a high turnover within your company, we say that you're most likely a fish head. And what a fish head is, it's a Chinese kind of proverb or saying that the fish rots from the head down. And so in coaching, we say the business often rots from the head down, meaning the boss or the manager or the owner is often the problem. So if that's hard for you to hear, I understand. But the good news is that coaching can help you improve your abilities and your skills to be a better manager, a better boss, and ultimately to produce greater results within your organization. Anyways, Greg Cloudmunzer here, your business coach. Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments below.